Hello everyone, welcome to the channel and our first patient story. Keep listening to hear the symptoms, the diagnoses, and the medical rigmarole that this patient had to go through.
All right. My name is Blair. I currently work in accounting, and for my hobbies, I like doing horseback riding and kickboxing.
Cool. Are you also in school?
Yes, I am. Well, it actually started when I had surgery. I was laid up for a couple months and I was supposed to recover, but I never really did recover completely. But I had gotten the go-ahead from my doctor to go ahead and start moving things or moving around a lot. And being the person that I am, that I took that probably a little farther than the doctor meant. And I was helping move somebody out of a house, and essentially right after that, my legs kind of quit working. I wasn't able to go upstairs anymore, any kind of exercise at all, and I took a couple weeks off thinking I just pulled something or I overdid it a little bit and it was fine, but it didn't get better. All right, so some of the symptoms I had was I had fatigue in my legs, I couldn't go upstairs, I couldn't walk very far, no more than short distances. Luckily, I worked in an office setting, so that wasn't too terrible for me. But I still could not do any of my hobbies that I like to do, which was very unfortunate. But I had no tingling or pain or any other symptoms, which is what really confused the doctors. And so at the time, I was seeing a physical therapist, and she didn't know what was wrong. She thought I needed to go see a specialist. So I went to an orthopedic specialist, and because we thought it was my hips, because it was really my hips weren't functioning correctly. I couldn't lift my legs. So I went there first, and the orthopedic specialist did a exam, and he told me there was nothing wrong. So what he did is he did x-rays, and then he sent me to go get an MRI. X-rays showed nothing wrong. MRI also showed nothing wrong. Sent me for blood tests that also showed nothing wrong. So after that, I believe it was the neurosurgeon and spinal specialist that they sent me over to. So I went over there. They viewed the MRI, which was of my lower back, and he said there was nothing there either. So he sent me to go get another MRI of the rest of my spine. And when I saw him again, he was wondering if I still had all my symptoms. I said yes, and he said, well, that's weird because there's still nothing on your MRI that shows anything wrong. So at that point, he referred me to neurology, and that was going to be like a 4-month wait. I made that appointment, but I kind of felt like I was done with that because I didn't feel like it was getting anywhere. I had my surgery in January, and then I was given the go-ahead to start moving around February, March-ish. So that continued for about 8 months that I did not have function in my legs. But my significant other's dad had actually gone and seen Anastasia for a shoulder issue in the past, and he said how amazing she was and how she fixed him immediately. It was all crazy. He called her witch doctor, actually. He refers to her as witch doctor. So he had been mentioning this to me throughout the whole process that I should go see her. And finally I was like, okay, I had all this imaging, nothing came up, so let me go try it. And my first appointment, within 20 minutes, Anastasia did her exam and told me it was actually a bulging disc in my lower back that was pressing on the nerve. And while it didn't cause me pain for whatever reason, it just cut off the motor function to my legs. And so I couldn't do kickboxing, I couldn't go upstairs, I couldn't go down my driveway and check my mail. I just had to sit the whole day, every day, and I couldn't do any of my hobbies. But within my first appointment, Anastasia was able to start correcting that, and I was so excited after my second appointment that I could actually walk up the stairs to my front door, and check my mail. I could check my mail. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, okay. Within a few visits, I was able to start walking a lot more than I used to, but of course at that point, because I was down for so long, I didn't have a lot of the muscle anymore, and so I couldn't really get back to my hobbies for a little bit still, even with the problem being fixed within probably a month or two. So really we had to work on, of course, building that muscle back up and endurance and that sort of thing. But I'm back full-time to both horseback riding and kickboxing. Probably took about six months total. Well, I was kind of giving up hope eventually that the problem was ever going to be solved. At one point, I thought I wasn't going to be able to walk really again or do any of my hobbies.
And how old are you?
Well, at the time, I was 22. I'm 23 now. So I really thought I lost complete function in my legs. So it was a big deal.
It was a very big deal. I'm so glad you're back doing everything
Me
full time.
too.